Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a demo of Advanced English 2018. So this is a collection and it was made, it looks like in 1991 before I was even born, which is pretty cool. Um, and this is the 18 version, there's many other older versions, but it works with Super Memo 18 and basically it's for English as a second language students, I guess. Um, and it's got a lot of cool features. And it comes with, it looks like 45,862 um, things to learn. So this is probably going to keep you occupied for the next 4 to 5 years. Um, but since it's a collection for Super Memo, one of the cool things about this program is that it's going to efficiently schedule like when you should review certain questions. So let's say you got a question correct that it asked you. In that case, maybe the algorithm schedules it, I don't know, 3 days from now. And then maybe 3 days come later, you get it right again. Okay, maybe it's like 9 days. I don't know. I don't really know how the algorithm works, but you kind of get the idea. On the other hand, if you're getting stuff wrong, that's going to tell the algorithm, oh, okay, looks like they need to review this one a little bit more. And you'll see that more frequently until the rate at which or the intervals at which you see that card become bigger and bigger. Okay, so without any more preamble, let's just kind of jump in. So I want to keep this short, so I'll just show you kind of a little bit of what each card looks like. So you can start by just pressing the Learn button, and that's going to immediately just kind of start the process. Ignore that. Okay, so here's the first question, an amulet, and this card is actually asking me to just find like a synonym, basically. So down here you can see we have the different ratings. I'll just give it a frowny face, which tells the algorithm, hey, schedule this sooner rather than later. Okay, the frontal part of the car. Okay, so this one has like a little context clue, tech, so that's telling you that this little description, right, it's expecting a word related to technology. So you'll see these kind of scattered throughout as you review stuff. To say that a given story is not true, that is, that the U.S. forces bombed Iraq civilians in 1991. I'm not sure. Deny it, okay. So I'll give that a frowny face. So you kind of get the idea. Not honest. Dishonest, okay. A new element in a new product or invention. A novelty, okay. See you. Maybe that's goodbye. Okay, good. So I'll give a happy face for that one. And kind of keep going like that. So now I'm just going to show you the rest of the different element types. So right now we've only really seen stuff out of this branch. And yeah, by the way, all these little components are organized into different categories. So the ones you've been seeing are from this branch, and I can show you where exactly this one is in the branch. Okay, so if you want to know where this particular element is in the branch, you just click Contents, and then boom, it takes you right there. By the way, what these color codings mean is that if it's this dark blue, that means you're currently learning that. And the sky blue means it's pending, which means you haven't learned it yet, right? It's not part of your review process. So it hasn't been scheduled by the algorithm yet. And you don't have to worry about those because they're just going to get scheduled eventually. You can manually schedule them yourself, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, so let's take a look at grammar card. So I'll just pick a random one, doesn't matter. Okay, so this one, it's a little bit easier actually if I go into learn mode. Okay, so the waiter serve you faster if you spoke to him more politely. Now this one looks like you're supposed to pick the right tense. So maybe it's would. The waiter would serve you faster. Yep, that's probably true. So I'll give myself a happy face. Okay, so that's kind of gives you a taste of the grammar cards. Let's do the next type, which is pronunciation. So this is what a pronunciation card looks like. And the cool thing about these is they have the IPA, or the phonetic transcription, down here. And you can also kind of change, like flip it. So if you do Alt-Y, then it shows you just this phonetic transcription. And you kind of have to say, okay, what does that correspond to? Like, how do I actually pronounce this? Oh yeah, by the way, if you click this, then yeah, it's going to just repeat it. I'm not exactly sure what this one does. Okay, so that's pronunciation. And then we have spelling, which is the last card that I'll show you, type of card. Okay, so, oh yeah, some of them have pictures. So we see a woman here paddling, I forget what you call those things, paddleboard, duh. Okay, so if you look here, you see that we kind of have these parentheses. And what that's telling you is, okay, it's either an A, an E, or a U. Now I actually happen to know that's got to be A. Although, don't let this fool you, I'm a horrible speller. Okay, so I got this one right. So it shows up in white kind of down here to tell you, yeah, this is good. Now, by the way, case doesn't matter. Okay, let's do maybe a slightly harder one. Extraversion or extroversion. Okay, extraversion. Okay, one more. Physicist. Okay, so this one's a little trickier because we have a lot of different options. IS, IC, ICI. Okay. Okay, obviously the answer is down here, but when you're actually doing the learn mode, the answer wouldn't be there, right? But let's just pretend I spelled it wrong, like just completely wrong. So then notice it's like dark blue instead of just showing you like in white. Okay. All right, so the last thing I'll mention is sometimes you will see cards that are, maybe not a high priority for you. Cards that you say, I want to delay that till later. Well, the good news is that SuperMemo lets you do that. So if you do Alt-P, you can set the priority. Now basically the way priority works is when you're reviewing these questions for a given day, you have to decide on what order you're going to review those in. So you want to review the higher priority stuff first, because let's say it's a day where maybe you only have 30 minutes and you're not going to get through everything. Well, ideally you would review the higher priority stuff first. So it turns out that 0 is actually the highest priority. So if I wanted to give this particular grammar card a higher priority, I could, change it to 2. And now it will get a higher priority in the queue, right? Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is how to do the interval. So there's a difference between the priority and the interval. So again, I'll bring up Alt-P. So priority is just on a given day where in line that thing's going to be reviewed. But basically, if you complete everything, then it doesn't so much matter. Interval is a little bit different. Interval is saying, when's the next time I'm going to see this card? So say, for example, you saw to scream and you immediately knew that was yell. And you thought, hey, I don't need to see this in 5 days. I'm good. I got this. Okay, so what you could do is you could just type in a number. So say you're like, I'll see this like a year from now, right? Or the other thing you could do is you can click this little calendar guy and, and can put it in whatever you want. And I think, you can even type out a date. So I don't know, let's just say 10 days. And then you click OK. And then, yeah, I guess that's probably a good stopping point. Um, I hope this has been a useful video, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I'd be happy to answer anything. And good luck learning English.